Hey guys, Sam Morton from TechFusions here, and today we've got a review on the HTC One. Okay, so let's go straight into some specs of the actual device. As you can see on screen, you can read through all of them you want. I'm just going to point out some awesome specs of which you want to know. It's got a quad-core CPU, a 1.7 Snapdragon CPU. It's got 2 GB of RAM, which is super fast for a phone, and all the RAM that you need. It's running Android Jelly Bean version 4.1.2, but it is upgradable to 4.2.2. The phone weighs 143 grams. The screen comes in at 4.7 inches with a high resolution of 1080 by 1920 pixels. That's a pixel density of 469, the highest PPI out there. The screen has got Gorilla Glass 2, so it should withstand any impact or any scratches really well. The camera is 4 megapixels, which they class as ultra pixel. Now I'll get into that more later. It's got a non-removable battery, 2300 milliamp, which is a bit unfortunate. And there's the standby and talk times as well. It also records 1080p video at 30 frames per second and 720p at 60 frames per second. So let's go actually have a look at it. Now the design of this phone is really second to none. As you can see, it just looks beautiful. It's got the nice HTC logo on the bottom, got the Beats audio. It just looks really nice. Not gonna lie, this is the best looking phone on the market, I think, at the moment. Beats the iPhone 5, beats Samsung Galaxy S4. It just looks beautiful and it's really nice in the hand just to hold. The screen, oh my god, the screen is beautiful. That 1080p resolution and that high pixel density, wow. The colours are just right as well. They're not like Samsung where they're just a bit off with the bluish kind of hint. They're really nice, really crisp. When you go out in the daylight as well, you can still see your phone perfectly well. The viewing angles are beautiful. I don't get why no other phone's got the screen, but I'm going to be guessing HTC going to be putting this screen into many of their new flagship devices phones. Now, having a 1.7 quad-core gigahertz processor in the phone and 2 GB of RAM, you expect it to run any application you throw at it. Really fast, really snappy. You would just want that quick response. You're paying for a high-end device, you expect that. And guess what? It delivers. You open up any application which you got installed and it's going to open it up instantly. Play games, superb. You should see the benchmark results, they're just damn. I'm going to be doing a separate benchmark video on this actual phone, so if you want to see that, tell me in the comments down below. But yeah, wow, just look at the speed of it, and running games is just superb. Now the Beats speakers, the dual facing speakers on the phone, which you see straight away when you look at this device. Wow, they are so good. I'm not going to lie, they sound amazing. They're the best sounding speakers I've ever came across on a phone, and they just sound really realistic rather than that back facing normal speaker you get on normal phones. They're really high quality, and that's one of the best selling points of this phone, I would say. The camera is good, it's good in low lights, but if you want to enlarge it, it's not as crisp as something like a Samsung Galaxy S4 or something along those lines. Now the cons of the phone. First con, the lock button. What the hell is it doing up there? I'm really frustrated with it there. I mean, you have to like climb up the actual device to press it. So if your thumb was down the bottom, you're doing some texting, you just want to lock your phone quickly, you got to try and climb up the actual phone and press it on the top of the left hand side. Now I don't think this be such a problem for left hand users, but I'm right handed. I like the lock button just to be on the right from where I was typing, just on the screen, easily pressed. I think Sony and Samsung got that sorted. It's really good, and I just like where they position their buttons. I just really hate it being on the top. That's just me or anyone else. If you agree, just tell me in the comments below, but I just think it's stupid being there. I think the lock button should be on the right, like the Samsung Galaxy S4 or the Samsung Galaxy S3. The HTC Sense UI version 5. Now, I really don't like this. It's such a pain. Like the blink feed, I don't even like that either. I don't want to see all the crap on my screen. I just want to see my the widgets and the icons, which I can just press on and quickly get into applications. If that's taking up my whole screen, I've got to swipe again and do all of that stuff. But I disabled that. Don't use it. You can actually disable it. It just annoys me. And actually the out tray as well, you've got to swipe through it. It's just terrible. It don't have as many innovated features such as HTC or even base stock Android. I know that people said that, oh yeah, it's really simplistic, they went back to stock Android. No, they haven't. When you swipe down from the top, you expect there to be options like brightness, Wi-Fi, turn on, turn off. It just says settings. You've got to press on settings and then do it from there. Then it takes you a little bit longer, but I just like it being eased at your fingertips. Swipe down, like on the Samsung Galaxy S3, Samsung Galaxy S4. Yeah, I'm kind of a fanboy, but if you can see what I mean, where if you swipe down, have a look at these two different devices. It's got the S3 and the HTC One there. You can see how much of a difference it's going to be actually when using it. Damn, does this thing get hot? Yeah, it looks hot, but does it get hot? Wow, it gets really warm in your hand, not going to lie. Because it's got this aluminium unibody design, it's really nice design, but it does get quite warm, and I've noticed that when using it, even in light applications like watching videos on YouTube, playing some music, it's really hot. Now, battery life, I just might as well carry like a charger in my pocket or something. It just dies instantly. It's such a pain. You can't take out battery, it's non-removable, as I said at the start, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, battery life, nah, it's not good for me. Also, the fact that it's got no expendable storage is a bit of a bummer. It's got 32 gigabytes of storage built into it. You can get a 64 gigabyte, but then again, you're paying more money. Maybe if you got an micro SD card from another phone, you just want to swap it over quickly. No, you can't do this. It's a bit of a pain. So them two factors play a big part in it, and that goes to my cons of this phone. Okay, overview of the phone itself. This phone is very beautiful and fast, but it just isn't for me. I don't like the lock button. That plays a big part. The battery life's just terrible. You can't really use it much for anything. You can just text and call people, but if you want to actually go out, play some games, watch YouTube videos on the go, then expect to bring an external charger to whack in your HTC One. Just saying. The UI, I really don't like the UI. If they sold this in stock Android, I think that'd be much better. I think Google might be doing that actually. Not sure, don't quote me on that, but hopefully there'd be a ROM or something that you could use for that. My honest opinion, I would go with a Samsung Galaxy S4, as I used the Samsung Galaxy S3 before. But I think HTCs are going on the right line now. They actually got a nice design. The front facing speakers is just a win. I just hope they merge all the stuff that from like Samsung, Sony and HTC One into a beast phone, and then that'd just be amazing. If you're new here, please subscribe. I hope you liked the video, and also check out my other videos on the channel. This is Sam Watson from TechFusions. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.